Hello mga ka-GVK and welcome again to my vlog. This time, the group 2 will share their point of views about our lesson in media and information literacy. So check this out!
Communication is the act of transferring information from one person to another person or a group of people. Every form of communication involves at least one sender, a message, and someone who gets the message, or a receiver. Communication can be done in multiple ways. It doesn't always have to be verbal. You can communicate through body language, signals, signs, and other forms of media. Having good communication skills says a lot about a person. It shows that they're open, attentive, they listen, and they look confident.
Media refers to the communication channels through which we disseminate news, music, movies, education, promotional messages, and other data. It includes physical and online newspaper and magazine, television, radio, billboards, telephone, and the internet. Each one is a medium of communication. There are different types of media such as print media, broadcast media, the internet. Media describes the way through which we communicate in society. Media is a term refers to all means of communication, everything ranging from a telephone call to the evening news on television. There are two types of media. There are mass media and local media.
Information to study the quantification, storage, and communication of information. It was originally proposed by Claude Shannon in 1948 to find the fundamental limits on single processing and communication operations such as data compression in a landmark paper titled A Mathematical Theory of Communication.
Being able to communicate effectively is perhaps the most important of all life skills. But why is it important, and what is the importance of communication? First of all, let's answer the question to why it is important. It is important because it helps to spread knowledge and information among people. Also, having strong communication skills aids in all aspects of life, from professional life to personal life and everything that falls in between. Good communication skills are essential to allow others and yourself to understand the information more accurately and quickly. It is also how we can connect and relate to other people and to express our ideas and feelings to one another. Moreover, communication is the foundation of all human relationships. Now that we know why communication is important, let us now talk about the importance of communication. First of all, communication skills are the presentation of character. Communication skills are proof about what we are as a human. It is about how you behave and talk with people. It is about how you are influencing people around you. Number 2, communication skills create and strengthen friendships. A tongue can make thousands of friends and enemies at the same time. It is about how and when you use it. Number 3, communication skills are important for career development. Communication skills help in career development objectives. Learning new and any type of technical or non-technical skills required communication skills such as listening, writing, and questioning. Number 4, communication skills are important in business. Communication helps in the business in many ways. It helps in marketing, selling, people management, and to build long-term relationships with customers. The way business seller or team members communicate during the buying process makes a difference in sales. Number 5, Communication skills are important to become a leader. Leaders tend to build a positive mindset. They change the mindset of society. They drive the group of people in the right direction. They build teams to achieve certain goals. They inspire the faster, accurate execution of the business plan. And they have to lead people with examples. In all these things, communication skills play a very important role. Number 6, communication helps to become educated in the means of improving your ways on how you can share an information clearly.
My topic is what is the importance of media and information literacy. To be called literate means able to read and understand letters. Over time, this evolves into an ability to identify and comprehend the meaning of these words. So, why do we need literacy? Here's some benefits that media literacy can teach you. It teaches you to verify information and recognize other points of view. It teaches you how to discern the credibility of information. By knowing to determine the validity of each information that you online keeps you aware that there might be other angles to a story, which help you accept other people's beliefs and broaden your perspective and process. Then, it encourages critical thinking. In critical thinking, you are able to discern whether each information that you see makes sense. And it encourages you to share other sources of media responsibly. By having the freedom of liking, commenting, and sharing posts online, at a great risk that you should know the impact of each information you choose to convey with other people and it done wrong. So, the importance of media and information literacy is to know the consequence of the thing that you public. Before you public it or click and share, think not twice but thrice because you are responsible on it. Kaya, bago ka mag-share ng kung ano-ano, dapat mong isipin kung ito ba ay legit or fake news lamang. Isipin mo kung ito ba ay makakabuti or makakasama. Kasi once na makakasama ito, maaaring sa isang maling post mo lamang ay makasira ka ng buhay ng isang tao. Kaya dapat maging mapanuri ka. Isang paalala lamang. Think before you click.
Why is communication affected by media and information? Communicating online is now the latest trend in communication. Social media also made a person unmindful of the consequences of their posts. Quality of conversations is also affected by social media. A study shows that people who are continuously having conversations online do not have the quality of conversations that people gain when talking face to face. Another study showed that 62% of individuals are using mobile phones while with the presence of another person.
So now, communication in our century is now grown into another level as now we are part of the era of technology and social media. As technology grows and expands our range of communication, social media is becoming a vital tool for daily social interaction. It creates opportunity for people to interact with one another that can be both helpful and essential to socially motivate people. Now, how is communication being influenced through the use of media? Simple. We use social media. As social media both dominate the online and offline conversations because this is where you are probably more likely to speak to friends and family through electronic devices rather than having to speak through one another through face-to-face.
Hey guys, I am John Peter, and today I will be sharing information about the evolution of traditional media to new media. We are going to talk about how our media improved over time. It includes how media is used during the prehistoric age, industrial age, information age, and electronic age. First of all, let's talk about the prehistoric age, or also known as before history. 1500 BC to 1500 AD, people discovered fire, developed papers from plants, and forged equipment or weapon to stone, bronze, copper, and iron. Prehistory is the period of human activity between the use of the first stone tools 3.3 million years ago and the invention of writing system, the earliest of which appeared 5,300 years ago. Anything prior to the first written accounts of history is prehistoric, meaning it is before history, including earlier technologies. About 2.5 million years before writing was developed, technology began with the earliest hominids that used stone tools, which they may have used to start fires, hunt, cut food, and bury their dead. Prehistoric media includes cave paintings, clay tablets, papyrus in Egypt, writings, and/or paintings on walls and stones. Next, we have the Industrial Age, 1700s to 1930s. It is also known as the Developing Era. The Industrial Age is a period of history that encompasses the changes in economic and social organization that began around 1760 in Great Britain and later in other countries, characterized chiefly by the replacement of hand tools with power-driven machines such as the power loom and the steam engine, and by the concentration of industry in large establishments. Media used in this period are printing press, newspaper, typewriter, telephone, motion picture photography, commercial motion projection, motion picture with sounds. The next period is called the Electronic Age, 1930s to 1980s. In this age, long-distance communication became possible. So people harnessed the power of electricity that led to electrical telegraphy, electrical circuits, and early large-scale computer. The invention of the transistor ushered in the electronic age. People harnessed the power of transistor. Thus, communication became more efficient in this era. Examples of media used in this era are transistor radio, television, large electronic computers, mainframe computers, and etc. Lastly, the digital age, 1900s to 2000s. It is our current period of time. So, digital age or informational age is a period in human history characterized by the shift from traditional industry that the Industrial Revolution brought through industrialization to an economy based on information computerization. So, in this age, the internet paved the way for faster communication and the creation of the social network. Moreover, voice, image, sound, and data are digitalized. People advanced to use microelectronics. Examples are web browsers, Internet Explorer, blogs, LiveJournal, WordPress, social media or network, microblog, virtual reality, video chat, search engine, portable computers, and etc. That's all.
Hello guys, my name is Osama, and today my question is, what is traditional media? Traditional media includes mostly non-digital advertising and marketing methods: television advertisement, radio advertising, print advertising. As marketing continue to evolve, new methods, typically referred to as new media, have emerged. These methods are mostly said to deliver better results than other tactics known as traditional media or even old. Could your business use new marketing, looking for a way to bring your marketing strategy back to speed? So as you guys know that in the old years, some people use old medias. Like in the news, they use old medias. In the house, they use old medias. But now, when every new year comes, there's new medias that coming that can help us because from before the old media doesn't help us too much. But now the new medium, when there was new medium, the new medium started to help us mostly by giving us everything what we want in the television, in the radio, and also in the printer. So that's all about the new media, and thank you and bye.
Hi, I'm Laika, and I will tell you the pros and cons of traditional media. The pros and cons for radio. For radio, the pros are people remember, definite target markets, inexpensive, and connection with the DJ. The cons for radio: short exposure time, listeners may not pay attention, can't reach large audiences, and duplication. The pros and cons for television. The pros are extensive coverage, low cost per contact, high intrusion value, and segmentation through channels. The cons are clutter, low recall, DVRs, and high cost per ads. Pros and cons for magazines. The pros are high segmentation, targeted audience, and color quality. The cons are readers declining, clutter, and high cost.
Hey guys! Today I'm going to be talking about new media. The dictionary definition of new media is means of mass communication using digital technologies such as the internet. Basically, new media is any form of media that rely on the internet for publication and redistribution. Some examples of these are... I'll put it here. Thank you!
Next, let's talk about the advantages and the disadvantages of the new media. First, let's talk about the advantages. The first advantage is connectivity. You can always stay connected with people all over the world through the new media. Second is education. The new media has a lot of benefits for the students and teachers, like researching about a specific topic. Third one is information and updates. The main advantages of the new media is that you can update yourself from the latest happenings around the world. Fourth is noble cause. You can simply help others through the new media like fundraisers, online campaigns, and many other charity organizations. Lastly, the fifth one, which is accessible. The new media is accessible anytime and anywhere. It is considered as a new tool that can check the news as soon as it happened. Of course, with these advantages, there are disadvantages. The first disadvantages of the new media is cyberbullying. With the growth of netizens, it is easy for someone to create a fake account and do anything without being traced, thus, it makes bullying easier. Second is security issues. Nowadays, security agencies has access to people's personal accounts, which makes the privacy almost compromised, which leads to number 3, hacking. Personal data and privacy can easily be hacked and shared on the internet. Fourth is addiction. The addictive part of the social media is very bad and can disturb personal lives as well. Teenagers are the most affected by the addiction of the social media. Lastly, the fifth disadvantage is not always a reliable source. New media is not always a reliable source to get news from, because everyone can be posting wrong news just for fun and grabbing attention. In conclusion, people are easily engaging with technology, and you can rarely find people who do not use any type of the new media. It's been a trend, a useful one, and will always be. However, people should always know that everything needs limits, and so to the new media.
So, what's up mga pre? Pag-usapan natin dito is how did the evolution of media shape the values and norms of people of society? The mass media has two effects. It has a positive and a negative. With the continuous growth of the media, it helps us a lot in our daily life. An example of this is when you communicate with your loved ones, family, work, or even relatives who is abroad. And on your daily basis, you also see or read news. It almost no one uses the newspaper. Halos lahat puro social media na lang, di ba? It's easy to know na kung ano nangyayari sa environment mo by just texting your or chatting your friend. Makikipagkamustahan ka, uy pre, ano bang nangyari ngayon dyan? Or else, you read an article in Google or watch on YouTube. It's up to you kung anong gusto mo. Marami kang maaaring gawin. Manood ka ng TV, manood ka ng TV Patrol, or di kaya 24 oras. Or panoorin mo si Jessica Soho. Maganda mga ginagawa nun. Pero, there are negative on this media. Nowadays, a lot of fake news are spreading, especially you are using dummy accounts. Mahirap yan, may mga multa yan, kaya dapat iwas-iwasan natin yan, Brad. And nowadays, many young people are influenced by using habit on social media. Example on that, showing their body and their post. Naku po, pangit yun, bre. Bad. Or di naman kaya, cyberbullying. We all know na by cyberbullying, you can ruin the other people's life. Dapat mag-ingat ka sa mga sinasabi or binibitaw mong salita. Pag-isipan mo muna kung ito ba ay makakabuti sa kanya. Watching an X movie in many sites, Lalo na sa mga computer, naku, napakaraming bata doon na nanonood ng mga kung ano-ano. So that, I would say, before you click, you need to think carefully. It will be good in the society or bad. Because the social media has a powerful influence in individual beliefs, attitude, and behavior. The social norms that influence and encourage gender violence have been targeted by policy invention using mass media communication. So, ganun nga mga pre, marami na naidulot sa atin ang social media, marami na nabago sa atin. Kaya dapat, pag-isipan mo muna bago mo i-click kung ito ba ay makakabuti o makakasama. Kung ikaw ba makakatulong o hindi. Baka kasi makapagbigay ka ng impormasyon na hindi naman tama. Pag-isipan muna bago i-click ito. Salamat.
Hey guys, so today I'm just going to have my own brief explanation on why do I think media, the evolution of it, is very important. Well, let's go. Okay, so first things first, we already know that media is very important, very essential to our society, as this is where we can send information and at the same time receive information. Okay, so it is actually very important for us students to learn the evolution of media because many of us actually aspire to become, well, future inventors. We never know. We never know what life takes us to be. So why do I think the evolution of media is so important to learn? Number one, it can help us gain a general knowledge of why was it invented. And two, it can help us learn on who created all these inventions that is very essential to us even now. And three, it can even motivate others, students who want to be future inventors, who wants to expand on the learnings of media communication. Get it? So these three are actually very, very, very important to us. That's all.
And we're live. Produced by the colleagues. Take one.
Hi guys, my name is Usama and today my question is, what is mass communication? Mass communication is the process of important and exchanging information through mass media to large segment of population. It is usually understood of relating to various forms of media.
Hey guys, now we're going to talk about how people use mass media. So the first way is cognition. Cognition is the ability to learn about things or to keep up with information on current events, like what's going on in the world or how to do things we have never done before. Second way is diversion. So diversion has many forms. The first form is stimulation. Stimulation is to avoid boredom. So like you're watching airline shows during long flights. Second form is relaxation. Too much stimulation or too much information is not desirable. So it is called sensory overload. So an example would be watching TV, listening to radio, or even reading a newspaper. The next form is emotional release. So the third way of how people use mass media is social utility. So we use media to strengthen our contact with family, friends, and others in the society. So the fourth one and the last one is withdrawal. So the media help people avoid certain chores that should be done. So that would be all it.
The topic is, what are the tools for mass communication and why it is important? It is important because it helps people to get updated with upcoming news, and also it can help many people in their works, example of advertising, public relation, journalism, content writing, researchers, and etc. And importante ito kasi ito yung nagiging susi para maipasa mo yung message na gusto mong sabihin sa kasama mo na hindi mo na kailangan ng one-to-one contact, yung hindi mo na kailangan ng face-to-face, hindi mo na kailangan ng pumunta pa at magpakahirap para lang may pasa mo yung message. So, what are the tools for mass communications? The tools in mass communications are television, radios, internet, mobile, and newspaper. In the form of TV and radio, it is under by broadcast media, which transmit information electronically. In the internet and mobile, it is digital media, which pass the information through email, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and other
internet websites. And last is the newspaper. This is on the print media who transmit information via physically object. That's all. Thank you.
Hey guys, so how important is mass communication? So mass communication is very important for the socialization of people because changes in subtle areas such as the socialization of the individual in regard to knowledge, attitudes, and beliefs can be brought about through mass communication by using media like television and cinema. Thus, mass communication plays an important role in the transmission of attitudes, perceptions, and beliefs. Mass media, like television and radio, are influential force when the same ideas, people, or behaviors occur consistently from program to program and presented in a stereotyped manner. Mass communication has developed into industry and has provided jobs to millions of people, enabling them to earn their living. Mass communication brings people closer by developing common understanding of the event or issue. We are dependent on mass communication not only for information, entertainment, and politics, but also education, science, religion, charities, agriculture, and transportation. So especially in our time today, most of us use mass media such as radio, television, etc. to satisfy our needs for entertainment. It seems like mass communication is attached to our daily existence. So through this, we are able to know what is happening to the other part of the world. We become more conscious of the country's issues, crises, and helps us to understand social problems. Without communication, society cannot function or achieve goals because communication means it is the exchanging of information or news between two or more people.
What do mass communicators do? The mass communication career field encompasses writing, editing, broadcast, online media, public relations, and more. Mass communication professionals use their knowledge of rhetorical principles and strategic media practices to develop, share, and evaluate effective messages to large targeted audience. A mass comm degree runs a few different specialties: advertising, which associates creative or copywriting, journalism, print, radio and TV, and public relations.
Today we're going to talk about how mass communication has influenced the development of society. Getting information back then was very difficult because you had to have the resources to get the news. For example, buying newspapers and needing a radio to listen to what's going on. But with the rise of technology, getting information seems to be easier, aka through our phones and internet connection. Let me give you an example. Someone from the province can easily tell what's going on in the city. How, you may ask? It is by scrolling through their Facebook feed and seeing what's the latest news over there. As time passes, information is easier to get a hold of. With this information, we are able to get a clear understanding and different views on a certain issue. This helps us improve our critical thinking and literacy skills such as reading and writing. This also helps us in practicing our reading comprehension skills.
Today I'm just going to talk about what is the effect of mass communication in our society. Is it positive or is it negative? Well, let's find out. So I believe that mass communication is really a positive change in our society as one, it can help educate the children through various ways, through school, through television, or through even radio stations. And number two, it can help spread your hidden talents through the world. As maybe one day, someone had been motivated just because of your talent. And number three, it can actually help us in terms of spreading information, especially in our society. Kailangan talaga namin 100%. As nowadays, there are many people that do not know exactly what is going on in our society, especially those people who lack the proper gadgets or technologies that are beneficial to us as of today. And yeah, that's pretty much my own opinion on why do I think mass communication is really important in our society. Thank you for enjoying the video.
Hey guys, now we're going to talk about the theoretical perspective on media and technology. So there are three ways. The first one would be the functionalism. So the functionalism, it sees the contribution that technology and media provide to the stability of society and to increase the productivity of the society. So under functionalism are the commercial function, entertainment function, social norm function, and the life-changing function. The second one would be the conflict perspective, which shows how technology reinforces inequalities among communities. So under conflict perspectives are control of media and technology, technological social control and digital surveillance, and the feminist perspective. So lastly, the third one would be the symbolic interactionism. So it sees the symbolic use of technology as sign of everything from a sterile futuristic world to a successful professional life. So under symbolic interactionism are the social construction of reality, the social networking, and the social construction.
Media, defined as we know it, is the main means of mass communication. Broadcasting, publishing, and the internet. Regarded collectively, it is a powerful multi-purpose tool made for the sake of communicating some form of information. An excerpt from a book from the General Knowledge Partnership points out that the ultimate objectives of an information society are the benefits information is expected to bring, such as economic growth, individual opportunities, better health, participation, and good governance. Hence, mass media has a great and absolutely fundamental part to play. Add this to the fact that aside from the listed benefits, all in all, the information society isn't limited to just spreading information for public growth. It's also there for communication with other people, talking with loved ones, friends, communicating with your bosses, your teachers, interacting with online sellers, providing information to strangers in the form of online forums for an assortment of topics. Overall, the role of media in fostering the information society is no misleading. If anything, it's no question that media and the information society go hand in hand. Where else do we acquire information if not from the media? And if not for the media, acquiring information from other sources such as the internet, broadcasts, and publishings, which in themselves are forms of media. As it stands, the furthering of each other comes from the benefits and use of each other therein.
Today I'm going to be talking about how media influences our culture. Media can influence our view on our culture in both positive and negative ways. Through media, our culture can be exposed to other people. People can visit our country and support the locals who still do our traditions. Our stories, legends, and folklores can be shared through the media as well. However, many of us tend to forget our culture because of the media. Since we are heavily influenced by the Western media, people tend to look up to people they see on TV. Young mothers nowadays often name their children after Western artists and actors. We get so swept up in keeping up with current events that we forget to look back and remember our culture and our past.
Hey guys, so I'm back. Today I'm just going to talk about how does media influence our thinking. Well, let's talk about that. So first, media can influence our mind in various ways, which are positive and are negative. So we have a lot of endless opportunities in terms of experiencing these two. But let's talk about the positive. Well, positive, there are a lot of many communications that are happening as of now, which are may not be physically, but it can be through call communication. So another positive thing about media is that it gives us many information that is needed for our general knowledge in life. It can help us learn, it can help us share our information that eventually can help people. And on the negatives, on the other hand, well, there are actually a lot of negatives, but I would rather not say most of them. But all I could probably say is it limits ourselves from physical contact with one another, and it also may affect our relationship towards someone or a certain part of group, as there have been many people that have been giving fake information or false accounts that may affect a person's reputation. So that's pretty much it for today, and yeah, hope you guys enjoy.
How does mass media influence our daily lives. Media plays a very important role and has influence in every aspect of our lives. It is considered as the best source to know about the happenings of the world. We all know the different types of media, which is newspapers, magazines, TV, radios, and the internet. Media has the power to influence our thoughts. That's why it greatly affects our lives. Media is the best way to spread knowledge, information, news from one part of the world to another. Educates people to know about their basic rights and how to use them. Education programs help people to learn anything through the internet, television, and radio. Children can also develop their skill and intellect by watching programs with audio and visual media to make it quite easier for them to understand.
Hi guys, my name is Susama and today my question is how media influence social change. Media has the potential to lead to great actionable changes by reporting stories that create dialogue and encourage positive engagement. How is this involving instruction of old and new media transforming how we process information and turn it into action?
Advantage and disadvantage of media. So, sa iyong palagay, ano nga bang disadvantage and advantage ng medias? Kasi sa akin, maraming advantage ang medias. And meron din namang mga disadvantage. Simula tayo sa advantage muna. Yung advantage nito, dati kailangan mo bang magantay ng ilang araw or ilang months bago makarating yung mga message mo sa mga mahal mo sa buhay, sa kaibigan, or kung sino man ang gusto mong kausap. Ngayon, seconds na lang ang kailangan mo. Then, of course, kailangan mo rin ng internet para gumana yung yung mga apps na gagamitin mo, or else load. Ngayon gagamit ka na lang ng Messenger, Facebooks, Instagram, or Twitter. Napakadali mo na itong masend. About sa news, dati ang hirap malaman kung ano nga bang mga nangyayari sa paligid natin. Ngayon, dahil sa may mga news na, may mga malalaking TV broadcasting, mas alam mo na kung anong nangyayari sa kapaligiran mo. Then, ano nga bang disadvantage nito? Ang disadvantage naman nito is maraming mga news na kumakalat na fake and misleading na nagkakos ito ng kaguluhan para mag-isip ng hindi maganda. Then, marami rin mga kabataan ngayon ang naa-addict na sobra, lalo na sa TikTok or Facebooks. Lalo na ngayon yung sa challenge ngayon na drummer girl na hindi mo alam kung electrical tape na lang ata nakatakip sa kanilang Tapos yun lang naman para sa akin yung mga disadvantage. Yung sobrang addiction. And yung iba hindi na nakakapagtrabaho dahil sa ilang oras na silang babad sa computer or sa cellphone. Okay lang na manood ng Netflix pero yung sobrang addict mo na tapos halos hindi mo na nagagawa yung mga dapat mong gawin. Yun na siguro yung nagiging disadvantage ng medias. Then may may nabasa akong kwento tungkol sa social medias. Hindi ko alam kung disadvantage to or advantage. May isang lalaki, nag-a-apply siya ng trabaho bilang janitor. Then nakausap niya yung manager. Sabi ng lalaki, "Sir, pwede po ba ako mag-apply ng trabaho kahit janitor lang po?" Then ang sabi ng manager niya, anong manager? "Oo naman po, tanggap ka na." Then, syempre, yung lalaki sobrang tuwa kasi tanggap na siya kagad, wala nang hinihingi. Then sabi, "Totoo po, tanggap na po ako." Then, sumagot yung manager, "Opo, paki-email na lang po yung bio." Then, doon, biglang nalungkot yung lalaki kasi nga, hindi niya alam, wala siyang alam sa social media. Lang siya, mahirap lang siya, wala siyang kahit wala siyang gadgets. Imbis na umuwi ng luhaan yung lalaki, paglabas niya, may binunot siya sa bulsa niya, may nakita siya 200. Nag-isip siya ng paraan kung paano siya kikita ng pera para may uwi man lang siya sa pamilya niya. Ang naisip ng lalaki sa 200 niya is, ibili niya ng kamatis. Yung 200 niya, nakabili siya ng 10 kilo ng kamatis. Tapos sa 10 kilo na yun, naging doble yung 200 niya, naging 400. Tapos in the another day, ganun na naman yung ginawa niya. Bumili siya ulit ng kamatis. Tapos binahay-bahay niya ito, binenta niya sa mga tao. Then yung 400 niya, naging 800. Nadoble na nadoble. Hanggang sa lumipas yung buwan, nagkaroon na siya ng kariton na tinutulak. Then, yung kariton na yun, pinagsumikapan niya. Hanggang sa nagkaroon na siya ng truck na nakapag-supply na ng isang probinsya. Then after yung truck, nakapagpundar na naman siya ng malaking plantasyon ng kamatis. Tapos hanggang siya na yung pinakamalaking producer ng kamatis nito. Then, one time, may pumunta na reporter sa kanya. Sinabi sa kanya ng reporter, "Sir, ang laki na po ng pinagbago nyo. Dati isa lamang po kayo mahirap, ngayon po isa na po kayo sa pinakamayaman dito sa ating bansa." Tapos yung yung lalaki, ngumiti lang. Then, ang second na tanong ng reporter is, ay kung may Gmail nga ba siya. Then, ang sagot ng lalaki, wala akong Gmail. Then, bigla ring sumagot yung reporter, wala po kayong Gmail, tas ganyan na po yung naabot nyo. Paano po kapag may mga social media pa po kayong ginagamit, ano na po kaya kayo ngayon? Then, ang sabi ng lalaki, kung may Gmail ako at kung may social media ako ngayon, siguro, isa lamang akong hawak na janitor. Then yung reporter na patahimik. Para sa akin, ang impact nun is napakalaki. Kasi hindi mo kailangan magpaka-addict sa mga medias or hindi mo naman kailangan magbabad dyan eh. Magsumikap ka lang sa buhay, marami kang maabot na ito. Yun lamang. Salamat. Peace. Good luck.
So there you go, mga ka-GVK. You have heard the different point of views of G2 mailers ng anak ni Rizal. So I hope you learned something today. So if you want to share your comments and your opinions, please use the comment down below. So if you enjoyed and learned something today, so click the notification bell in order for you to be notified if I have a new video. So once again, God bless everyone at maraming salamat po. Bye!